It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and I am with Kevin, Mel, Gordon, and Hailey in Chula, Vista, my old stomping grounds. And we are performing a maintenance on an installation that went in, oh my gosh, 7 years ago. And I haven't been here to do maintenance. I have a very handy homeowner, but it's gotten away from her. So we are here to put things right. We had a big aloe, what do we have? We had an aloe ferox where Gordon is digging that our client did not like. She just didn't like it. So she donated it to somebody, and I'm going to move this Hesper aloe into that spot. And that's kind of the point today, is to bring this garden to heal. She is at a point where, you know, less is more. She's recently retired. She loves to putter around out here, but it's gotten a little bit away from her. I've got some majestic barrel cactus that I might move around. We're considering removing the Petalanthus bracteatus to see what she's been doing to them. That's a no. You're going to dig them out, you're going to cut the stalks, and you're going to reset the stalks like candles in a cake, right? And that's not happening. So she's a little gun shy with these, but I told her, you know, if we take them out and we cut them and reset them, she'd be good for 3 years. These take forever to root. So we may do that. As a sidebar, I just want to show you this fungus. Did you guys see this fungus?
Yeah, it's gnarly.
Isn't that gnarly? Look at that. That's so cool. We thought it was a rock. It's like, who shoved that boulder right up against that plant?
It's like back here too.
Yeah, and there's some in the back over there. This is really, really cool. It's a fungus among us. So, you know, we've got some weird things that have happened, like this agave attenuata, you know, it looks weird. It'll get moved. So things are happening. I don't want to mess with the ungies if I can help it, because they're so cool. But there's, you know, they're also really tall and kind of blocking things. She's not a huge fan of the popcorn aloes, these grenadiensis. So she wants to give those to her neighbors. We're going to pull those out because they pup and they're a lot. And they are. I've learned that over the years. I don't put those in small landscapes like this anymore. We'll be taking out this Argentea sunset for sure and resizing it. And by that, for those of you that might be new to the channel, it's a jade, and in San Diego, California, these are considered almost like weeds. They're very manipulatable. Oh my gosh, you know what I mean. You can manipulate them, and so we'll be cutting this up and resetting pieces of this to bring it to heal. Then this area here in the middle, you know, is the hottest of messes and just really needs to be completely reinvented. The Euphorbia millii do really well in her garden, so that's good to know. Also Ruchia, look at how beautiful that is. So gorgeous. Then over here, you know, this is challenging. The 2-foot beds against the house, it's hard to keep it right and keep it tight. I think definitely gonna take out this aloe vera. And I love the buttery look of the blue Senecio chalk fingers against the Argentea sunset. So that'll likely all come out and be cut and reset. It'll just look tight, you know, like a nice haircut. But see what she's done. You know, no. So we gotta fix. Got a lot of work to do today. And we're not done. Walk with me this way, people. Over here, look at that stand barrel cactus. Isn't that so cute? And it's throwing off babies. And look, this Petalanthus macrocarpus is coming up here. How crazy is that? I know, right? So, anywho, look at this, guys. The macrocarpus is coming out. Just all the way out. It is grown to the point where it's just, this is all out of balance now. This was beautiful, and it isn't anymore. Something came out of there. I think it was a Grenadiensis. I think one of her neighbors has already taken it. And I noticed that we have 2 big barrel cactus on the other side. Gordon suggested putting one of the barrels here, and now that I'm standing here, that's not at all a bad idea, because we have that stand, and then we have the stand back there in the back, and then maybe one right here would be the way to go. Also, something that does superb here are the Echeveria agavoides. Beautiful stand. And of course the sedums. And I've got a little aloe striata back here. The ribbon work with the river rock and the black 3/4 is so yesterday. I mean, really, Laura, but you know, it's where I was then. And so we're going to keep the integrity of the river rock ribbon, but we're going to mix the black into the red. We're not going to try to continue to keep that ribbon. It's just too hard for our client to maintain. Then look at those ungies. Isn't that stunning? So here's the hedge. Old days, you know, I planted them a little, you know, further apart than I would now, because it's, you know, it's 3 very distinct plants, where I would prefer it to be an actual hedge with no breaks. But honestly, I don't hate that at all. They're structural, they're beautiful. Look at how pretty. And then over here, we've got the jade again with a couple more aloe vera. So this is actually okay. I think I'll just take the vera out. And then that should do it there. But yeah, these are just, haven't been touched in 7 years, and they are stunning. And look at the stand of Zwartkopf aeonium. That's a beauty too, against the yellow. So pretty. And the sticks on fire. Again, you know, it's not been cut properly, so what we have, let me show you. We have this ginormous exposed trunk, which is no bueno. So all we can do to make it right is dig the whole mess out, cut it up, and reset it. So that plant is going to go down a lot, like 3 feet, 3.5 feet down. It's not going to be very tall, but it will look a lot better. So, you know, the goal for me, I've asked Carol to let me come at least once every 3 years. If she'll let me come once every 3 years, I can keep this going for her. And what I will do, if she wants to minimize the maintenance and she's not interested in redesigning with, you know, new plants or specimens, is just really start editing, and supporting the established plant material, you know. So I think I'm really liking the idea of the barrel right there. The cactus, the barrels aren't her favorite, but with all this softness, I think that they lend themselves to, you know, bringing some conformity in here. Okay, let's real quickly check and see how things are going. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. They got the Hesperaloe planted, and it is just beyond my wildest expectations. How great is that? That looks so good there, guys. Wow. All right, I'm going to put this phone down, move the truck, roll up my sleeves, and check in with you all later. Okay, cats and kittens, it is a wrap in Chula Vista. Oh my goodness. So, you know, I'm just going to show you, because you saw what it looked like before we tore in. Here's the after. Move this barrel over here, cut down the sticks on fire and reset it. Left the jades primarily alone because they're so spectacular and old and wonderful looking. We zhuzhed all the rock mixed in the burgundy with the black. All I added was a bromeliad in the back and a 6-pack of 1 gallons from Oasis. We moved this rock to the front, moved some of these jades around, moved that barrel cactus, the Hesperaloes money back there. I just love that. These big jades. And here's Gordon's Triumph. How much better is that? Thank you, Kevy. Look at that. Beautiful little tapestry. Left the millii and the little cotyledons and just popped in these little things from Oasis. Then over here, popped in some more Creva, sprinkled on a little fire glass.
Why is she doing this? Because I hate waste.
Popped these cute little lilac mists in here with some top dressing. Moved the dog from here to there. Took out the petalanthus. I'm liking it. It's clean. We just moved the Aeonium Zwartkopf back. Here we took out the aloe vera, added some silks, and just tighten this up. You know, we cut these cotyledons and reset them. Hold on. Okay. In here, I just robbed Peter to pay Paul. There was a really tired looking Petalanthus macrocarpus in there along with that little aloe, so I just took the macrocarpus out, rehomed it with Gordon, cut this aloe shorter, put the little echeveria in front and top dressed with some Creva, popped in some leftover Aeonium silks, popped in a millii in the podocarpus pot. I know this is kind of tragic. This is a little trigona, but it'll grow. And so in the meantime, I threw some fireglass down on top for fun. Added silks in here. Zhuzhed this up. This I'm loving. The Sansevieria with the undulata. This is somewhat shady, but it gets a lot of really direct, bright light. So I'm hoping the ungies don't etiolate too dramatically. We'll see. You know, we'll see how it goes. And here we've got some of those Zwartkopf that were out front. I popped in this pot. She wanted height right here at the front door, and she got it. Over here we took out the Grenadiensis. She's not a fan, and we popped in the aloe vera. Isn't her fountain crazy, guys? Look at that. Like, can you even? So cool. All right, moving on to the back areas. She's got a couple of small dogs that do some digging. So, you know, this is her backyard, and we didn't do a lot back here. Here is a Desert Museum Palo Verde that I stuck in a 15-gallon can about 2 or 3 years ago. We moved the Grenadiensis out of this blue pot, tucked in a agave tenuata, and then moved this Cameronii over here. It was in a spot where it was just completely hidden. Didn't really do much in here. It's wild, it's woolly, it's wonderful, it's Carol. Look at this pot of Agavoides lipstick. Wild, right? In this pot with the spiller, with the Portulacaria afrovariegata, the Grenadiensis. It's about to bloom. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Moved this pot back into the sun a little bit, and then staged, zhuzhed up her fountain here, and then Mel reworked all of these pots and made them much fuller. This is basically all just cuttings from the yard. And they just look so good. It's amazing what some cuttings can do, isn't it? Okay, so that's it for today. It was a big day, but with the help of Kevin and Mel and Hailey and Gordon, we just knocked it the heck out. Here's a beautiful millii ready red. And appreciate you following along. Appreciate all of your fun comments. Oh, that looks so good. One of the guys popped that angel right here in the front. I love that. Love my crew. So you guys take care. Have so much fun out in your gardens. Remember, with succulents, for the most part, you can't screw it up. So just have fun and do things and be brave. If you make mistakes, it's okay, because you don't learn anything when you're getting it right. So the only reason I'm as good at this as I am is because I screwed up so many times. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, reporting with a maintenance on a 6-year installation and small reno, and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.